I'm not doing anything. This is try number 4. Let's see what happens. I'm waiting to see if anybody comes in. Everybody may give up. Hi, one person that's here. Oh, good. People are starting to come in. This is try number 4, guys. This is how much I love you guys. I tried 4 times to go live. This is the 4th time. So hopefully, hey, Vocals 43, how are you doing? Welcome to the live stream. Yes, you are, Fevers. You better. You better. This is dedication, guys. 4 times. Fevers, did you come on all 4 times? Thumbs it up, guys. Thanks for coming in for this topic on this Monday. Hey, April, what's up? Thumbs it up on coming in, guys. Thanks for coming in. I was I was like, I'm gonna put on my jammies and I'm gonna go to bed. They don't want to see me tonight. But I was like, no, I'm going to try to go live. I'm going to keep my word and say how I said I'm going to go live every single day. So here I am. I'm coming to you very disrespectful with my hair tied up in my jammies. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. I don't care about being in my jammies. I'm coming to you natural in my element. So how was everybody's Monday? I hope everybody had a great Monday. You guys ready for this topic? Ready, ready, ready. Everybody who's ready, let's talk about this topic, why people are negative. Sometimes I think a lot of people think the reason people are negative is not really the source of why people are negative. So, everybody here, comment why you think people are negative, and I'll tell you if that's the true source, if that's the true reason. What do you guys think? I'm not touching my tablet. I'm not touching it because it cut off 3 times already. They aren't happy in their own life. Jealousy. Okay, let's see what others are saying. Come on, 2 other people that are in the room. Why do you think people are so negative? I'm scared to touch my tablet at all because misery loves company. Okay, Fevers. People are negative because they listen to Satan and they're being led by an evil spirit. Okay, okay, okay. These are all good thoughts and ideas. So, April says she thinks it's because of they aren't happy in their own life. That is the reason. All of these are good reasons, but there is a root reason why people are negative. There's a root reason. So April says it's because they're unhappy with their own lives. That's a major cause why people are negative. Another reason, uh, April says jealousy. So, what do you mean when you say jealousy, April? Do you think they're jealous because of you, or they're jealous because of the circumstance? And who was it? Vocals 43. I love his response because a lot of people are so negative because they're evil. There you go. That's my response. People are led by hatred. I think a lot of times people don't understand the reason why they're so negative. There's one of two things, if not both things. Right? They'll say something negative, anything negative, so that they can get you down. Um, what I think the true reason why people are negative is because they're unhappy with themselves. Oh, look at Dawn just coming in. You just gonna come in the room. You don't even say hi. You don't even be like, "Hey, boo." You don't even say hi to your boobski. Where's the love? Where's the love? Dawn, you're supposed to say, "Hi, boobski." I'm just messing with you. Who else just came in? Sneak stopping by to leave a like. Much love. Thank you so much, Sneak. I appreciate to say. Dawn is mine. She's my friend, and I'm going to be very protective of her. So just like Callie says, she stole Deer Park, I am stealing Dawn. Okay? Those are the rules, guys. You guys can, I'll borrow her. I'll let other people, you can borrow her for a moment. But me and Dawn's my boobski. Oh, Fevers, don't let me fight you. Don't let Fevers. Fevers. Okay? Got my dukes up, okay? I'm not gonna play. I'm not gonna play. I'll let you guys borrow Dawn, but she's my boobski, okay? Okay. Just so that is established. Okay. So so now we're gonna get back to the topic, what we were saying before. Dawn just came in saying sometimes people are negative because that's all they know. But with optimism, growth is possible. Look at you coming in and spitting knowledge and growth and positivity. I loves it. Why are people negative? You'd really like to know? Well, that's what we're going to talk about. Um, Living the dream. Hi, welcome. Everybody who's in, thumbs it up, guys. Thank you. I appreciate it. Vocal says, now, ladies. Hey, I'm just going to be real. I'm just going to be real. People who are my friends, my girlfriends, I'm very territorial about them. Very territorial. Like, okay, you can borrow them, but that's my girlfriend, and that's my. Uh-oh, we're buffering. Oh, it's back. Okay, good. See, it's because all of this rear going on that my my tablet started buffering. Like, calm it down. But I'm not playing. I'll let you guys borrow Dawn, but my boobski. Sorry, Fevers. Sorry, Fevers. Sorry, everybody else. But I'll let you guys borrow her. But okay, just so you know, establish that. So back to the topic. Oh. Okay, we're back. Okay, some people don't want you to be happy because their life is a wreck. Okay, now, what is the reason why you guys would think some people's life is a wreck? Somebody just living the dream says, I saw a quote today that says, some people will never like you because your spirit irritates their demons. That is such an awesome quote. That's so awesome. So true. Guys, one of the top reasons why people are so negative, is because they're unhappy with themselves. When a person's life is not going the way that they want it to go, what are they going to do? They're going to try to project that negative energy, project, project that negative energy into anybody that they can. They just want to get it off. They just want to get that evil off of them, but they can't. They don't understand that negativity is inside of them, that the evil, the wickedness is inside of them. And a lot of times people don't understand that the negativity that they possess, it starts up here in the mind. So when a person is so negative, so down, and it's really evil at the root and the core. If you are a naturally positive person, you're going to want to try to get away from the negative thinking, the negative people. I know that you can't control everything in your life. You can't control everything. But there are some things that you can control. You can control what's in your mind. You can control what you think about yourself. But you can't control other people. And that's just some facts. Right, Dawn says. The truth. You guys, if you could thumbs it up on coming in, I appreciate it. So, I just saw a comment come in. Hold on a second, guys. Living the Dream says, because they choose to live a life that is a wreck. That is, boy, that's some facts right there. Living the Dream. I really appreciate that comment. I think a lot of times, oh, thank you, Vocals 43. I think a lot of times that people want to project, why can't I say the word? Project. I really can't talk, guys. I really can't talk. They want to get that negativity off of them and put it on to somebody else. And I think a lot of times when their life isn't going the way that they want it to go, they don't have something, especially if you have something that they want. Say that you have a good relationship. Hold on a second. People want to put you in their box, but can't put you in a box because you cannot fit in their box. And I'm not going in a box. I don't like negative people. You're right. You're so right about that. Um, Vocals 43. You're so right about that. Fevers. Fevers still acts up. I know that you thumbs it up 4 times. I know you did, and I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much. I appreciate everybody that's in here. Thanks for being patient and coming back 4 times. So back to the topic. Right. Vocals 43 says that people want to put you in a box. And there's some things that people can't do. And I think people are so negative and they're so mean and they're so mad when they can't control you. This is a main reason why people are so negative. They're so negative because they want to control you and they can't. I'll tell you guys a story, okay? When I was working at this job, and I had a manager, I was working in a medical office as a medical receptionist, and my boss just couldn't stand me. I think when I went for that interview, I think that she liked me and hated me at the same time. Have you guys ever met anybody like that? That they admire you but they hate you at the same time? I think that's what was going on. Hate to the new person in the room. Um, they hate that you have something that they want. Living the dream. So some people are so miserable. Bringing misery to others is the only thing that brings them joy. That's so true. It's so true, living the dream. I think a lot of times people want to, people want you to be just as miserable as they are. And I think that's what happened, continuing with my story. Um, this boss that I had, she was so nice to me in the beginning, but I think she thought that when I started working there that she was like gonna break my spirit. Because the other girls that worked there, she would say something and they were like walking on eggshells around her, like, oh, she's coming. Like, she made everybody so jittery and nervous. I was like, I'm not gonna get Alexa, Alexa, Alexa. Hi. Hi, Alexa. How you doing? Thanks for coming in. We're just talking about this topic. Yeah, like I was saying, she wanted to control me. Um, Other people on my job, of course, that's why I'm not there anymore. Um, People like control because it makes them feel like they're in charge, but always remember that God is control. God is in control. True statement, true facts, vocals 43. And I think that that's the reason why, another reason why I don't work at that job anymore. And another reason why I feel like she didn't like me. She didn't like me because she knew that I was never going to change. Um, I'm a very happy person. Oh, I got spinach in my teeth or something. Sorry, guys. Um, she felt like no matter what she would do, I was never going to remove the smile on my face. I was never going to sink down to her level. She liked when people would talk about each other, be a mole or a rat, just negative, just the air there in that doctor's office is just, oh, I'm just so glad that I escaped from that bad situation. But she was negative. All of the people who worked there were negative. And the same people, I see them still around the city that I live in, and they still just look as mean and as miserable as they were when I was working there. So I feel sorry for them, and I feel sorry for people who feel like that's where they have to stay. I think some people, they feel like they can never break free from the negativity. They feel like, okay, I have this job, I need this job. But if a job is not going to cause you to progress, to be a better person, to feel happy. Hi, Ezekiel. How are you doing? I hope you're feeling good today. You're in a good mood and you had a great Monday. Um, yeah, she just did everything that she could to try to break my spirit. And I wasn't having it, of course, because she just didn't understand that I'm a child of the King and that I sometimes feel like I'm not happy, but I still smile. Michelle, Michelle, hi, Michelle. Thanks for coming in. Yeah. So, guys, thumbs it up on coming in if you haven't already. I appreciate that. So, this manager tried everything that she could. Okay. Thank you so much, Living the Dream. I appreciate you so much. That's so true, Ezekiel. That's what people don't understand. You guys, thumbs it up on coming in. I think a lot of times people, yes, thank you, Michelle. I appreciate you. So I think a lot of times people like the manager that I had, they're so negative. They're so mean. They're so nasty. They have like this evil spirit inside of them, and they want to project that onto others. And of course, I'm not having it. For you guys who know me, that's been around my channel for a while, you guys know that I'm a naturally very calm, positive, happy person. And the older that I get, I'm learning more and more that no matter how much someone tries to project that negativity onto me, it's like a rubber ball. It just, or like a duck when the water runs off a duck's back. You know, it's all about how you choose to handle a situation, because it doesn't matter how negative, how mean someone is to me. I just keep showing more and more love to them. That's one of the best things that you can do to somebody who is negative. When someone does something nasty to you, when someone curses you, bless them. Tell them, bless you. Tell them, I'm going to pray for you. Do something like that. There's enough negativity. Don't don't go back and forth with a person, because they're not worth your time, your effort, your mind space. Keep your mind flowing with positive, happy energy. Those kind of people are not worth your time. They're not worth your blood pressure going up. Not worth it. Okay, guys? They're not worth it. And if you have people, sometimes it's easier said than done, because sometimes those negative people are people within your own family. Yes, thank you, honey. I will. And sometimes when it's people in your own family that are so negative, how do you handle that? How do you cope with people who are negative within your own family, people in your own family circle, people you have to see every day, rub shoulders with? How do you handle that? Good question, right? The best way to handle someone negative is don't allow them right. Vocals 43. Yes, it's very hard. Right, Ezekiel, it's hard, but we need to be strong to deal with it, and we can't be selfish. Yeah, you can't be about yourself only. I believe that sometimes we're being tested to show the quality of the kind of person. Oh no, it's okay. I think a lot of times that we're being tested, um, show what kind of person we are. We can say that we're loving people. We can say be forgiving. Right. Of course, Michelle, be forgiving, but don't submit yourself to abuse. No, that's not what I was saying. I don't mean that, and I hope I'm not portraying it that way. That's not what I mean. I mean that when you have an opportunity to turn the other cheek, you can show somebody else. I'm sure Jesus went to the full extent of abuse. Yes, he did. He was fully abused. Um, but that's not what I mean, Michelle. I mean that sometimes you can. It's still buffering. Oh, that's your experience. Okay. I just mean that sometimes you can go to the um, is it buffering? Oh no, it's back. Okay, sure, Don. I just know that sometimes you can give an opportunity to experience what love is. You get what you put out, rather it's good or bad energy. Right, Fevers? I feel like sometimes you can give somebody an opportunity. You can show people. You can say that you're a positive, encouraging. I'll tell people like this because I am a Christian man and I am a pastor. I'm saved and born again. I ain't soft. So don't. Did I miss something? I missed the end part of that. That went way too fast. I ain't soft, so don't take me lightly because I ain't been saved all my life. Right. Um, I believe everything. Okay, Michelle, thank you so much for coming in, honey. Thumbs it up on coming in or coming out. Um, yeah, guys, back to what I was saying. Um, Lost my train of thought for a second. I feel like you can. Oh, that's what I was saying. You have an opportunity to show someone who's negative who you really are. I think a lot of times people will say, I'm a positive person. I'm very encouraging. I'm loving. I'm kind. Talk, 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 talk. When you have an opportunity to show people who you really are, is when you're being tested. That's when you can show who you really are. It doesn't matter about when things are all sunshine. Right, Fevers? Life is too short not to be happy. Um, when everything is, sunshine and roses and happiness. Okay, Vocals 43, thank you. I think that's the time when it's easy. It's easy to be positive and happy when things are going good. But love you too, Vocals 43. Um, when um, when times are hard, when you you must be spoiled. Then I don't understand what you mean, Ezekiel. Hold on. Okay, what did you guys say? Who must be spoiled then? I don't understand. Who must be spoiled? Me? Yeah, guys. So I believe in the time to show people who you really are. Let me turn this fan off. It's too loud. That's better. Just saying in general, no, I'm not spoiled at all. Um, I think that the time to show somebody who you really are is when you're being tested. When you have an opportunity to react to someone, when someone is being very hateful and spiteful and mean and negative and an evil spirit, and then you return to them love and kindness and light and positivity. That's when you show who you really are. I believe that lots of people will say, you know, I'm a good person, I'm nice, I'm wonderful, I'm all these things. But then when they meet with tests, um, when they meet with tests, then they don't live up to what they say. You can always say that you're such a nice person You can always say that you're wonderful and positive, but when someone negative comes to you and says something, well, I guess I feel like that. But there is goodness, I believe, in everyone. And just because they say or do something bad, it doesn't always mean that's what they really are. No, that's not what I mean, Ezekiel. I just mean that if it's a dominant quality inside of somebody, I believe that some people just are negative in general. Um, they always can find a reason to be upset, a reason to complain, a reason to talk about someone, always a reason. They never bring forth light to someone else. They never give off positivity. They never say encouraging things. It's always about hatred and gossip and backbiting. Those are the kind of people that I'm talking about. I know that everybody in general, they may have some negative thoughts or they may do something negative, but I mean when it's the person's personality almost that they're just negative, like all the time. Um, they always see the glass as half empty instead of half full. They always have to find a reason to be so upset and angry at everybody else, and they try to make other people feel miserable. And I don't think that there is a real reason for that. I don't think you don't have to do that. I believe everybody can have a bad day and or a bad period of time in your life, but I don't think that you have to always let it continue. You could be going through a very awful and negative situation, but you could be show people that hey, I'm going through the hardest time in my life. You can't stand when people assume some things about somebody and they don't really know them. Yeah, well, that's the majority of people out there, Ezekiel. The majority of people out there say negative things about people, and how much people do you really know? You see people on the job, you see people on the street. There's lots of people that you see, and you make assumptions about them, but how much do you really know about somebody? Me personally, I observe people. I look and I listen to the things that people talk about. And when people talk about always down, you know, I understand if you're going through a bad situation, you're unhappy, but you should be talking about things that's positive. Say, I'm going through a hard and difficult time period in my life, but things are going to get better. But I believe in myself. But I love people. But I want to encourage somebody else. I think a lot of times that's the difference. That's what separates a negative person from a positive person. Is a negative person, no matter how much someone is trying to put light in front of them and positivity, they're always going to shun it. They're always going to find a reason to talk about somebody, a reason to try to backbite somebody. Whereas a person who is naturally a positive person, even when they're presented with negative situations, the qualities inside of them, you can't believe it. I can't believe in false hope either when it ain't happening. People suffer and things may not get better for them. Okay. Um, I just, these are just my thoughts, guys. This is just what I think. I think a lot of times people are so negative because sometimes they've had so many difficult situations. I like everything you say, and I don't disagree with you at all. Okay, Ezekiel. Well, I welcome everybody's thoughts and opinions because I don't believe that everybody is going to agree on the same things. Everybody has different ways of viewing situations, and I respect everybody. I'm just sharing what I believe to be the reasons why I think people are so negative. I think a lot of times people are so negative because of their situations in life. Sometimes some people are dealt some pretty difficult cards. Um, the family situation may not be good at home. Excuse me. There goes the heartburn again. Sorry, guys. People are dealt with some pretty difficult situations in their life, um, really hard. And from the beginning of their life, they've always had to learn to have really thick skin. And they feel like nothing good has ever happened in their life. So they start off their life by just being negative because they're not they're not handed a lot of positive things, positive people in their life. But even if you're a person who you naturally are a pessimist, you usually look at things not in a positive light, but more in a negative light. It's it's very positive. Oh, talking, my tongue is all wrapped up. Um, it's very not, I wouldn't say easy, but don't think that you can't change. Change is always possible because you have to first think in your mind, this is the way I'm thinking, but I don't think it's a good way to think. I think that there's a better way that I could think. I think that there's, with more knowledge, when you start to, because there are people or family or bullies that always put them down. Yes, I definitely believe that, Ezekiel. I believe that sometimes people are so negative because of their situation. And sometimes, just as soon as that situation changes in their life, as soon as, you know, they're not surrounded by their surroundings change, boy, is it a shift in their life when you're always around people who always put you down and they always say mean and nasty things about you. They're always very discouraging. They never are positive. The world's always dark and gloom and negative. It's easy for you to become that. It's easy to become what your surroundings are. And if you're not around others that possess that positivity, it's kind of hard to have that within you, inside of you. It's something that you have to learn. It's something that you have to believe. And yeah, it's something you have to believe. You have to believe it so deeply inside of yourself that you deserve um, to have love and happiness and light and positivity inside of you. And it's the things that you think about. Um, One of the best things that you could do is starting your day off with positive thoughts. You have to put those positive thoughts inside of. I agree. That's why my mom kept instilling it in us. Right, Dawn? And I'm so glad that you had that growing up. Not everybody has that kind of situation where somebody is instilling into you positive thoughts and encouragement. So don't think that if I didn't grow up with that. I don't have people around me who are that way, that I can't possess it. Even if you're in a negative situation, you can still be positive in a negative situation and around negative people by the way that you think about yourself. And that means that you have to be very strong, right? Sometimes you can't possess it. Sometimes you have to get that from a spiritual aspect, as Ezekiel says. So, guys, don't give up. I know that is something easy. It's easier said than done to just say, oh, if you are in the situation, just be positive. That's That's one of the most difficult things in the entire world when you're surrounded by negative people, when it's just always, you know, they're always down, they're mad with the world. Nothing ever goes right, or they always have to talk about people. They're always backbiting. They're always gossiping. So how do you as a person, when you're around that, when it's infiltrated in the air, but you can't just leave them there either? I don't understand what you mean. What do you mean you can't just leave them there? I don't understand what you mean. You can't just leave them there. I don't understand what that means. Um, so the one of the best things that I ever learned, I saw a book, and just a little thin little booklet that I found at a bookstore, and it gave a like a, what is it called, motivational words. So that's why I'm so interested in doing my positive thoughts of the day, my positive thinking. I believe that that's what got me through a lot of my. I lost two friends this month because they acted like they are my dad. I missed the comment. Because they acted like they are my dad, and I got tired of it. So I did put them away. Okay. You you have to do what you have to do. Everybody has to do what's right for them, right for their situation. And if you know that somebody is not giving you what you need, yeah, I know it hurts. It hurts when you care about somebody and you love them, but they're not giving you what you need. And sometimes the best thing that you can do for yourself is to distance yourself from people who aren't nurturing you, nurturing your mind and your heart and your spirit. Um, and it's not easy. I'm not going to even sit here and say, hey, all you have to do is just distance yourself from them with a smile on your face. No, it's not that easy. It's not that easy. When you love somebody and you care about them, you want to be close to them. But when somebody is, you wish you knew how to forget or forgive. I know that's one of the most difficult things um, that you can do. I believe for me personally, it's not hard for me to forgive somebody when they do something to me, but it's hard for me to forget it. And I know that people will say, if you forgive somebody, you can forget it. But I think that that's something impossible for people who are imperfect. I think that, and you now have no one. Shibby Boo! Hey, how you doing? Happy Monday evening. Thanks for coming in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you so much. So I was just, hey, 300 pounds. Oh, I'm doing great. Doing great. If you guys could thumbs it up on coming in. Yeah, guys. So I was just gonna tell you guys, thank you for the thumbs up. Um, yes, shibby boo boo boo. So I was just going to continue what I was saying. That's what got me through one of the hardest times. Thank you so much. 300 pounds is whack. Um, that's what got me through the one of the hardest, most difficult times in my life. Um, I felt like I was going to lose my mind, or I thought I already had. Um, you're surrounded by negative people. I was working at night, doing a job that I hated, surrounded by people I hated. And during that situation, I decided in my mind that regardless of the situation, regardless of the people that I'm around, that nobody can stop what I think up here. And it's a really powerful thing when you don't let people touch your mind. Sometimes you have to for you have to remind yourself that nobody can take that away from you. A lot of people can try, but nobody can take away what you think up here. And you have to be so strong in your mind and your thought process that what I think about myself is way more than what they think about me. You understand? You dig? Um, you have to believe that so strongly that even when someone tries to come at you with something negative, it doesn't even touch you. It doesn't even touch you. It comes this close. It can come this close to your face, but it cannot penetrate it because it's so strong inside of you that you're like, no, mm-mm. You can try, but no, no, no. And unless you've experienced that you can't understand. Yes, what you think about yourself is way more important. And so true, Shibby. I think a lot of times when you're going through a hard situation and when you're being beat up and you wish, I wish I could be immune to that. Yeah, I feel like when you're going through a hard situation, when you're dealing with all of these negative people. Hey, Itchy Guru. Hi, hi, hi. How are you doing? Happy Monday. Thanks for joining in. If you could thumbs it up on coming in. Yeah, guys, when I was going through this difficult situation, um, it was 4 years. I'm doing great. Thank you. I was going through this difficult situation. I absolutely hated my life at the time. Absolutely. When I say hated my life, I mean absolutely hated my life. I was so miserable. I was around people who were miserable, people who are negative, always putting me down, saying that when is my situation ever going to work out? Things aren't working for me. It was always negative, 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 negative. And I went to work and I was working around people who were negative, and then go home, be around people are negative, go to work, people are negative. I had to learn that the only way I was going to be able to cope with the situation that I was in, I was going to have to strengthen my mind. How do you strengthen your mind? This is the key. A lot of people don't understand that even if your situation that you're around, the people that you're around, is not good, that you can still be happy and joyful and positive even in the negative light. How do you do that? Well, first of all, it starts with here. You have to believe that not a long period of time, your situation will change. That's where you have to start off, because if you don't have a strong enough mind to think my situation is always going to be like this, if you don't know 100% without a doubt your life is going to change, that's when you're going to go down. That's when you're going to feel miserable. That's when you feel like you can't cope. That's when you're going to lose all your faith. All your faith. If you're a believer, you're going to lose all your faith because you don't believe. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe that God is going to get you through it. And this is temporary. You have to understand your situation is temporary. Okay? So when you're going through a situation, I think sometimes you need to have people in your life that remind you, no matter what you're going through right now, your situation is temporary. It's a good reminder. And if this message is not for you, please share with somebody who it does apply to. There's a lot of times that you just need someone to remind you that even if you're in a dark space right now, it won't always be that way. Nothing lasts forever, but no matter what your situation that you're in right now, if it's not a good one, if you're not surrounded by love and light, create your own love and light within yourself. And never forget who loved you first. I think that's the reason why a lot of people can't cope. A lot of people need to learn to strengthen their relationship and their bonds with the Creator. And I believe that once you do that, once your trust in your faith is strengthened, there's nothing that you can't overcome. And that's what got me through four, four of the hardest years of my life. So when I say, how do you deal with why people are so negative? I can tell you this because I experienced this every day for 4 years. Negative, wicked, all of that. The backbiting, the gossiping, putting you down, just all of it. But just know that if you're going through that now, you're not alone in it. And encourage yourself. Feed your mind with positive things. Read motivational things. Volunteer your time. Well, volunteering is one of the best ways that you can start to feel good about yourself. There's nothing like when you humble yourself and see somebody else who is in a worse position than you. It makes you have some pause, you know? It makes you have some pause. A lot of times that we think our situation is the worst situation, that nobody could be doing worse than us. And really, when it all comes down to it, it's very selfish. The natural inclination of imperfect humans is to be me first, right? Me first. It's about me. It's about what I want. But no, it's not about that. And the more when you start to focus on helping others, showing others a source of encouragement, to be a force of positivity and love and light, you're going to see how much your life is going to change. You're going to see a shift in your thinking and your mind, because when you give to others with a pure heart, you're going to get that right back. So don't be discouraged, guys. And anybody who's out there that's feeling discouraged, unhappy, miserable, you're feeling like, I can't take this anymore. No, you're not alone. You are not alone. And I think sometimes as humans, we forget that. I think we kind of are in our own little world. Everybody's in their own little world, just trying to learn to cope with life, and we feel like it's all about us, and it really isn't. The more that you're there for others, encouraging people, being a testimony for others for the things that you have been through or the things that you're going through, you're going to see how much love and light and positivity come into your heart and your mind and your spirit. Test me out and see, guys. Just try it. Give of your time. Be a source of encouragement to somebody else. Even try just something as simple as when you see somebody very sad, smile at them and see if it may not change a person's whole day. A smile can change somebody's whole day. Because sometimes when you may feel so down and so low and discouraged and distraught and weak, and somebody smiles at you, it's such a powerful thing, because you're bringing light and sunshine into their visual, into their mind, and then they're going to think about it. And when you smile at somebody, hey Lisa, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. How are you doing? Yeah, guys, when you bring in that positivity, that love, and that light into somebody who is in a dark space, you can completely change someone's. Thank you. You can completely change somebody's life. Sometimes somebody can be so down and distraught that if you just look at them and say hi and smile, you can change somebody's whole day. I know that I've been there. To where I felt like I just couldn't take anymore. And somebody just looked at me and smiled. And it changed the whole perspective. My whole day, my whole spirit was changed just because somebody smiled at me. Don't under some people underestimate the power of a smile. Smiling at somebody, saying something positive. Aw, thank you so much, Chevy Boo. I appreciate you so much. Um, Sometimes that's all you can do. You may not be able to help somebody financially. You may not be able to do other things for somebody, but can you be a source of encouragement and love and light and happiness for somebody? All of us can do that. There's not one person out there that couldn't just look at somebody and smile. Tell somebody hello. Tell someone have a good day. Tell someone that they're wonderful if they really are. Stop beating up people, but be a source of love and light and encouragement. Those are the words that I have, guys. Those are my thoughts. And that's why I think some people are negative. I think people are negative because of situations, because of their surroundings, because people are just been beat up by the world that we live in, because of stress. And one of the biggest ones is because they've never been taught any other way. Their whole life, they've only, thank you, Ezekiel, they've only been taught or surrounded by the negative that they don't even know that there is positivity out there, that they can encourage somebody. Even some people don't even understand that it's okay to smile. And that saddens me so much to know that there are people out there that don't smile. I think if you go through a whole day and you have not smiled, you're not living. No matter what space you are in, no matter how much darkness there is around you and what you're surrounded by, or you're going through a sickness, or you're grieving, or you're depressed, or you're sick, whatever it is, or you're surrounded by negative people, or you hate your job, there's always going to be, yes, your presence will change people's lives. All I can say, guys, is to be a source of love and light and encouragement to others. Because even if others don't possess the positivity, you can show them who you are. You can show somebody personal growth, that it's okay to smile through your pain, and to show people to not give up. I think that's the reason why people are negative sometimes, is because they've already given up. And I don't think you should ever give up, even when you're in a dark space in your life, or your situation in your life, when things aren't going the way that you want them to go. No, this is the time to have hope and renew your faith and to stay encouraged. So anybody out there, if you're feeling like today I'm discouraged, today I can't go on, today I am surrounded by negative people and I feel like I can't take it anymore, know you're not the only one. Thank you so much. Know you're not the only one. Know that you're not the only one going through a negative situation. Thousands, if not millions of people are surrounded by negative people. But the question is, what are you going to do when you're surrounded by the negative people? How are you going to handle it? Are you going to give in and treat them a negative way because they're treating you a negative way? No, that's not the way progressive people are. Progressive people, even when someone tests you, when they test your faith, they test your personal and moral integrity, but you still continue to be a source of light and encouragement. That's when you show people who you really are on the inside. When obstacles face you, what kind of person do you prove to be? What's your fruitage? Okay? What kind of fruits do you produce? Rotten fruit or fruit at harvest time? It's a personal choice. It's a choice how you're going to handle each situation every single day. Every single day you have a choice to make if you're going to be positive or you're going to be negative. You may not feel like being positive. You may feel down and distraught and discouraged, but pull yourself up. Hold on to your faith and stay encouraged. Okay, guys? Stay encouraged because nothing that is worth having, and a lot of times you have to remind yourself how valuable and important and special that you are, and you have things that you need to do in your life. There's places you need to go. There's places, people you need to meet. There's someone you need to encourage. I believe fully that we are all vessels of God, and He uses us to help others. And I just hope I can be here to continue to be a source of encouragement and positivity and love and light. I wish you all love, positivity, and light, and to stay encouraged that no matter what you're going through, you can continue. So, those are my words, guys. And I just spoke to you guys from my heart. I came to you guys no makeup in my pajamas. I just felt moved to tell this to somebody. I don't know who it is, but I was moved to come in and to speak these words, and I hope that it touched your heart and it motivated you and encouraged you to continue and to not give up. There's a lot of things in life that will make you feel like you can't go on, but you can. You can. And I'm here to tell you that you can, that your journey is not over, you're only just beginning. So, those are my words, guys. That's what I have to say. And I will see you guys tomorrow. I'll be live again tomorrow. And thumbs up, like, subscribe, and anybody who wants to help me out, if you could watch my playlist. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.